Guys, I'm at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and I started a tour in a different place. Look at that. Look at that. It doesn't look well, isn't it? It doesn't look well because that church belongs to so many, to the Catholic, Greek Orthodox, Armenian, and other Orthodox churches, and everyone wants the best place for themselves. For example, this amazing place is actually for us an evidence that that used to be a Jewish tomb from the first century, from the time of Jesus. Then in that case, it was a Jewish tomb in a Jewish land, in a burial site as well. Then in that case, why it's so important for me? Because some believe that there is another option, which is called the garden tomb, for the tomb of Jesus. True or not, it's between you and yourself. But what you can see here is a wall from the first church ever, from the 4th century. And look at so many holes. That holes used to hold marble that covered that wall. And here you can see that there are so many holes. Why? For that, I need to change the lens and use the flashlight. No, he doesn't want me. Wait. Not yet. Now. We are entering to a tomb of someone important. First century tomb. Who owns the tomb? Maybe, for sure, it's a Jewish family, a rich one. But you can see so many niches. Here, there it's closed, another two that are closed, and that wall actually goes between part of the cave that I don't know if survived. But according to what we believe, it might be the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea that owned that garden that was outside the city, outside the wall, next to the crucifixion place that used to be a quarry at the time of King Herod. And after he died, the Romans took it over and turned it into a crucifixion place because it was next to the gate of the city. Guys, I'm blessing each one of you, but especially the family, where are you? Bigalke. And White, Zahi are the two children of Chad and Rhiannon. Then that video is for you. Guys, Zahi is an amazing child, age of 9, very curious. She's going to watch it. Zahi has got a little bit more problems that we are going to pray for the health of Zahi, but hugs and kisses for, of the help of White, but hugs and kisses and bless Zahi as well. Then according to what we believe, that was the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea, who gave Jesus his own tomb. Then where is Jesus' tomb? Tititim, tititim, tititam. In front of you. Now, the tomb that you are looking at is new. But you must understand that at the time of Jesus, it was the same tomb that you saw right there. It'd been destroyed, partly by the Romans that built a temple on top of it. And later on, when they curved it, they built a dicola on top of it. And this is the 19th century one. It's been renovated lately. The tomb is divided into two. And let's make a run tour around it. You saw the Coptic Egyptian chapel. Then the tomb is divided into two. The first part is the angel chapel, who took care that no one will steal the body of Christ. The second part is the tomb itself. Sadly, I cannot enter with a video into it, although as you can see, it's totally empty. But I will do that later on without the camera. You can see the candlelight, which is a symbol of which is a symbol of the angels who took care of that no one will take the body of Jesus. On the table, you could see a candle from the holy fire of Pascha every Easter, Greek Orthodox or Orthodox and Armenian Easter. The inner part is the tomb itself. Now, I want you to see what's happening here. They are renovating the floor of the church. They already excavate beneath it. And here you can see that they already started building the new floor. And all around it, right there, next to the restrooms, you can see the new floor of the church. It's beautiful, isn't it? They used the old stones and added more new stones, but this time no one will fall. Then you are the evidence of the new stones, but we are here. You can see that here there are no new stones, because that is a private place. This is the prison of Jesus according to the Greek Orthodox. But for me, my friends, everyone who believes in Jesus as Son of God and God, he is a Christian. I know that I will get so many comments that say, no pagans, no pagans. Guys, instead of hate, just love. And don't forget, White and Zahi, and don't forget, Chad and Iranian. I'm almost sure that he didn't tell the family that he is doing it, and I hope that it's a huge surprise. It's a little bit noisy here, then I will show you. It's a new floor. But we're heading to see other places of the church. Oh, look at the kitty, the cat of the church. And I mean it, the cat of the church. In every church, you're blessing the bread. Bread, it's food. Food, well, mice. Mice, cats. Here it is. Then there are so many chapels. This is a Greek Orthodox one. And Armenian one. Chapel of the Spear. And we are going all the way to the lowest place of the church. We started from Joseph of Arimathea tomb, who gave Jesus his own tomb. That's why he built another rock-cut cave. And this is a typical Jewish tombs from the 1st century, from the time of Jesus. And let me show you another evidence that could actually tell you that might be the correct site of the crucifixion. We just entered to the Armenian chapel, but because there's a light at the lower part, then let's first go to there before they will shut it off. Welcome to the lowest place of the church. There's so many options, so many stories about it. But the most important one is where that guy is standing next to. And this is where they found the true cross. Thank you. When St. Ellen came to build her church at the 4th century, according to tradition, she looks for evidence of Jesus. She found the tomb, she found the Golgotha, and then they took her to here, and she found 3 crosses. One of them was the true cross of Jesus, but she had to check it out. Then she took an old woman or a dead body of a Jewish man, and when the true cross touched Mary, those people, they're all resurrected, all cured. Here you can see the the statue of St. Helen holding the true cross. The true cross was divided into three. One was for the Jerusalem church, the other one was taken to Rome, and the third one to the Greek Orthodox in Constantinople. But a little bit more about it. You can see the plaster around it because they used it as a water system. And if I'm talking about a water system, you can see the bucket holes, which are at the Ethiopian part. And look at the beautiful fresco. It will take you only one more minute and I'm leaving. Yeah, you can see the fresco of the crucifixion, Jesus' body, John to the right and Mary to the left, and we will see it at the crucifixion place itself. Then a quarry, I forgot to mention it. Look at those stones. Those stones were part of the quarry of King Herod. Remember? We talked about it. But a quarry will always be outside the city because of a real estate issue or because of pollution. Then in that case, as we know, Jesus was crucified outside the wall of the city, and this is a huge evidence for it. Thank you. Then the Armenians. The Armenians were the first nation that were converted to Christianity. And you can see a beautiful chapel of them. In that beautiful chapel, you can see a mosaic floor of so many cities that have been destroyed by the Muslims of Turkey, the Ottomans. For example, Mount of Ararat, which was part of Armenia, today it's part of Turkey. Look how beautiful is the ceiling and the dome, and the colors are the colors of the flag of Armenia. You cannot enter to the church with different flags because that church belongs to everyone. And flags, it can be a political issue. Then in that case, to paint it with the colors of the Armenians, it's okay. Then let's climb up together with you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and how you can get your own cross. There are different options, not only the beautiful Benedictine cross. Go into the description of that video. Click on it and you will see Buy Me a Coffee link. And there you will understand that you can choose whatever you want. I will buy it for you. I will take a video for you in one of the places of Jerusalem. And of course, I will send it to your family. It's going to be at your house in about 1 month from now. We're climbing up, and as you can see, the church is still empty. It's 9 a.m. It's not so early, and still it is empty. It might be that in about a few days, U.S. will bomb Iran, and I think some of the tourists decided to leave Israel. You can see the Golgotha, my friends. This is the lower part of the Golgotha. That's where Jesus was crucified on. But before we will climb up to the Golgotha, I want you to see another part of it. And I want you to take care or to look at the creek right there. This is evidence for the earthquake who was here at the time of his death. When Jesus died on the cross, the earth shook and blood tears fell into the ground. And remember, it was a quarry, it was a burial site, and so many people actually resurrected. According to the Greek Orthodox, one of them was Adam, from Adam and Eve. Then this is the chapel of Adam. If we are talking about tombs, 4 of the first Crusader kings were right here. Sadly, it's not here anymore. And another 4 were just beneath that wall. Because it's empty. And as you can see, I'm not doing the tour as I'm supposed to do by the order. I'm doing it by him. I'm following him, and he tells me what to do. This is where they anointed the body of Jesus after he died. Then let me spread a little bit of energy of it. Guys, that cross, I'm not sure that you can buy it everywhere, but if you can buy it everywhere, now it's full with energy. And I know that you will hang that cross above Jovi. I'm sure that it will help you. And please, Chad, just write me if it actually helped him or not. And I will continue praying for him from Jovi. But my dear, sorry, I'm talking about white. Jovi, I will pray for you too, because you are just an amazing girl. Let me climb up to the crucifixion place. For that, I will climb up and I will enter through the Catholic part, but the crucifixion itself is in the Greek Orthodox part. Is it matter? For me, it's not. Then let's climb up. It's a little bit steep. There's a rail handle that you can use. We just reached the Golgotha, and because it's empty, let me bless the cross first at the crucifixion place. I'm touching now the bedrock, and I'm blessing the cross. Jovi, this is for you, and White, this is for you and for your parents. You can see how beautiful is the story of the last week of Jesus, actually at the crucifixion place. Beautiful it is, but sad as well. Now you can see John, and the other side you can see Mary. Remember the fresco? Just like that. And above Jesus is the list of Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. And in front of it, you can see the menorah, which is the Jewish symbol of the temple. But Jesus is God, Son of God. Then this is, in a way, the temple. Next to it, in the Catholic part, you can see Mary with a spear in her heart. It represents the Pietà, but it's more than that, because the first time that Jesus visited the temple, it was when he was around 40 days old, before they flee to Egypt. The family came to here because the firstborn son is important in Judaism, and the family must donate something. The Bible told us that if you're poorer than 2 doves for sacrifice is an excellent donation. And that was the Holy Family donated. When he was at the temple, Saint Simon, a Jewish priest, came to them and say, Mary, your son will die in front of your eyes. It will be like a spear entering to your heart. And you can see that spear. I'm back at the Catholic part, and you can see the nailing to the cross, which is another part of the Via Dolorosa. To the right, you can see John, the only disciples that were next to Jesus at the crucifixion, and the women of Jerusalem. Here, you can see Mary anointing the body of the legs of Jesus, and Mary, the mother. Now, I want you to remember that it was outside the city of Jerusalem. Right in front of you, you can see a door. We actually talked about that the Muslims actually sealed most of the door and kept only one. That was an entrance straight from outside to the Golgotha. Today, it's one of the Via Dolorosa stations. This is where they strip him from his clothes. Jovi, are you still with me? There is a beautiful mosaic from the Crusade time there in that chapel, but there's another one right here. That mosaic is of the ascension, although it's not part of that church, but it actually tells us what will happen soon. The death of Jesus is not important. The resurrection is important. The ascension is important. And the rest is all about from the Old Testament until the disciples of Jesus, but it's new. Why it's so new? Their church been destroyed so many times, but at 1808 it was burned down. The only mosaic that left is the Crusader one. The rest were built out later on. Then this is the Catholic part. And this is the Greek Orthodox part, the crucifixion itself. Catholic and Greek Orthodox. Let's go outside. Let's leave the Golgotha. And back to the beautiful mosaic, but you can see that we did most of the things here in the church. We were at the crucifixion place. We anointed the body of Jesus right here. And you can see the tomb of Jesus. Now, you saw the tomb. It wasn't like that, but we started the video, and this is the reason I did it, at the tour at Joseph of Arimathea tomb. That's why you can see here a rock-cut cave, just like Joseph of Arimathea. And before you will ask me, but how can it be that the tomb, the crucifixion place, is next to the tomb? You have to go back to the book of John 19, and you will understand that Joseph of Arimathea his garden was next to the crucifixion place, which was a Roman site at his time. Then in that case, here it is. And in between, we do have a beautiful Armenian chapel. According to the Armenian, the women of Jerusalem was standing outside and watching the crucifixion. Now you could see here an Franciscan Catholic monk, and here it's an Armenian monk. Let me bless that cross with the holy fire, because all the candles are lit from it. And you can see Greek Orthodox monk right there. This is the difference between your churches. Actually, two differences. One difference is that church belongs to almost everyone. And the second difference is that here we have the story. All right, if we are talking about that man is cleaning the Catholic stairs of the church. of the Frank chapel, remember, where they stripped him from his clothes. But the lower one belongs to the Greek Orthodox. That one. That shows you that there is a lot of tension right here. And let me say hi to him. Good morning. You're very quiet today. Very quiet here, I must say. Too quiet. Then here it is. You can see few columns. At the top of it, you can see graffiti from 1389 or 4. But you can see here a lot of graffitis as well. And this is the graffiti of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You can see the Golgotha. Mostly by the Greek Orthodox here. Why it's mostly by the Greek Orthodox? Because remember the Holy Fire? The Holy Fire is a tradition of Armenian and Greek Orthodox. The question is always, who will be the first man who will go out with holy fire that comes from straight from heaven? There was one here that the Armenian bought it from the Ottomans, and the Greek Orthodox couldn't enter to here. According to them, the result of that trick is because of it. The holy fire didn't go or didn't left the tomb of Jesus. She just came from here. That a lot of the Greek Orthodox are blessing that part. But it shows you the tension between Christians themselves. Right there, it's the entrance to the Ethiopians, and then later on to the Egyptians, which are part of that church. Right here, you can see the ladder. The two windows belong to the Armenians, and they wanted to clean the windows from the outside. They took the ladder outside, and then the Greek Orthodox came to them and said, "Who told you that it's yours?" A lot of tension, but let's bless White, and let's bless Zahi, and Bigalke, and Chad and Rhiannon. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye-bye.